Now let's have a look at learning chunk 2. So learning chunk 2, we need to give an indication as to how the arrival of this stranger is impacting on the emotions and feelings of the villagers or townsfolk. And we also want to show some of those feelings through the choice of questions that they ask. Okay, now we're going to start off with a particular sentence structure, okay, where we're starting off with a subordinate clause followed by a main clause, and we're going to start it off with whether it. Okay, whether it was his sunken, that's it, his sunken, it's an expanded noun phrase, so I'm going to have a comma, dark, pool-like eyes, or his suspicious behaviour. So that's the sentence structure that I want you to practice, whether it was ... or ... Then we can put a comma. Now that whole bit there that we've done right up to the comma, that is our subordinate clause, okay? If we were to remove that and just have what comes next would make sense on its own. The stranger's sudden presence, the strangers, I must have my apostrophe to denote possession there. The stranger's sudden presence. And I'm going to choose two words to denote how this is affecting the townsfolk. So troubled and unsettled the townsfolk. Now, of course, if you're using village, you would use villagers instead. Okay. So full stop there, because that's my first sentence done. Okay. Whether it was his sunken, dark, pool-like eyes or his suspicious behaviour, the stranger's sudden presence troubled and unsettled the townsfolk. This part here is our main clause, because if we didn't have the information before the comma, if we just had the stranger's sudden presence troubled and unsettled the townsfolk, it would make perfect sense. If we only had whether it was his sudden, sunken, dark, pool-like eyes or his suspicious behaviour, and then put a full stop, that would not make sense on its own. And that's why it's a subordinate clause. Then I would like you to have a go at doing a very minimum of 2 questions, a maximum of 4. Okay. Now, of course, because you're doing questions, you need to show me good punctuation. So we want to have inverted commas at the start and a capital letter. Okay. This is my first example. So and actually, I'm going to start off with an exclamation rather than a question. He made my blood run cold. That gives a sense actually of the fact that, yeah, a bit of a sinister character. I hope I never see him again. And there I'm going to put an exclamation mark, and then I'm going to put my inverted commas there. Okay, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to go for my shorter one because I don't actually want to go onto another board. Now, I'm going to start my next question on a new line. I'm not going to have it as a run-on, like a paragraph. I'm going to have it on a new line. Why has he come to bother us? Question mark. I'm going to ask a second question there. Did he offer you money? question mark and inverted speech marks there, inverted commas. The other one that I had written down was, what did he mean by bricks, the colour of midnight? Have you ever heard anything so ridiculous? But I've run out of space, so you'll just have to think about that one that I've said there, okay? And that will take you to the end of this learning chunk, okay?